let's look at some of these comments, because I forget, I just forget. Never mind that video. Let's look at these comments here and see if I could come up with some of them. Okay, surf bursts. Okay, I've done a few surf bursts. I can do more if that's what people would like. How can I focus this better? How about a base color of some type, any color, solid splatter paint job? Okay, the splatter caster. I'd like to figure that out. I think what they did was they sprayed it really thinned out colors and then they spun it around really fast. But I don't know how they spun it around really fast because it's got to be based in the center of the guitar, when you spin it. So the thing I use at work where I spin guitars, that's not in the center anyway. I'll have to work on that one a little bit more. I see grain. Someone's teasing me. To do a very transparent psychedelic burst, some sort of high-grade wood, swamp ash. I could probably do something like that, but the thing is, I don't have access to just any old kind of wood. Most of the guitars, almost all the guitars I have, are orders. So I can't just go get some fancy wood and paint it any old way. So that's kind of difficult for me to accomplish. Competition blue. Now, I don't know if I'm trying to focus here. Competition blue. Do you mean competition burgundy? Let's look at that. All right. So, well, before I put you in the hole, I'm going to show you. This is a scrap body. I painted it 10,000 times. I painted because this is all I have. But look at the scratches. Can you see them? They're all right here. They're deep scratches. And so that's going to show up. It's kind of heavy right there. Look at this side. There's a big old... It's jacked up, right? So it needs to be sanded and stripped, but I'm not doing that right now. I'm just going to show you the dealio. All right? Let me see if I can put this in here a little bit better. Spin it so I make sure it stays in the frame. Okay, fine. Now, we start like this. Oh, great. Now I got to disconnect the air and make sure it didn't disrupt the video. Okay, good. So, put this on very light because I only have a few minutes to do this because I have to go to the bathroom really bad. So I'm putting it on intentionally light right now. Trying to put it on without making it wet. But let's say you sprayed it wet, that would be fine. You would just let it dry. But I don't have that kind of time. So let's just do that. Now, let's say you had tape. Like, I don't know, here's some. And then, can you see? I don't know. Let's put tape on like, what would you say? Like that? Yes, that's exactly what I would say. Okay. Look, you want the angle, you get it around the corner, you put it here, you get it flat on this side. Excellent. Now, this kind of tape isn't good for paint because it'll seep under and you don't want that. So to get a nicer, straight, sharp, clean edge, you can use this kind of tape, which is what I'm going to do. I'm just eyeballing all this. This isn't really kind of how it's done, but, maybe you can get an idea. You hear what I'm saying? Put this here. I said put this here, and you put that there. Wrap it around over here. Put that there. Okay, there's a little spot right there. Okay, so then the next part, you put this next piece of tape right next to this one. You butt it up as close as you can, like this. You see what I'm saying? Over here too, the whole thing. You butt it up. You get the lines like that, and then you do it on the other side. I'm going fast, but you really want to make sure you get it lined up really as closely and perfectly as you can, like that. Okay, then you do it again. All this is acting as a spacer. Okay, so now you put the next one on. This is the one that's going to stay. The one I just put on is going to be removed. It's only acting as a spacer. Again, remember, I'm doing this at Mach speed, so it's not going to be perfect, but you can get the feel for what's happening, can't you? Okay, there. Next. Put it on there. Put it on there. Go. Okay. Oh, so about this little part here, put it on there. Bing, bang, boom. Now you take your spacer off, right? The middle one. Okay, get out of my face. Give me this one. The middle one. Okay. Bang, bang, bang. Spacer. Okay. Put these right there. Now, make sure they're pressed on good. Okay. Get yourself a razor blade. Now, if you slice, you're going to make a cut in the paint, and you don't want that. So put your razor blade flush on there, right on the point. And I got a dull razor blade, so this thing doesn't work. I know you probably can't see the way the camera is, but this is how I'm doing it because I ain't got time. Let's just say I did it that way all I could. So because this is a scrap buddy, I can afford to cut it. It doesn't matter. But you can see what I'm doing. Look, it got jacked up right there. Okay, now this side. Remember this little issue. Let me fix it as quickly as I can. Of course, my tape is fighting with me every step of the way, as tape is known to do. Okay, there. Now, right here. I'll just cut it, but this isn't how you really do it. I'm just trying to hurry. You feel me? Right here, right here, right here. Okay? Get rid of that. Get rid of this. I said get rid of that, and then get rid of this. Boom. Bang. Did I get rid of something here? I don't know. Okay, so there's that. Now, get the next color. Get rid of this tape, because tape likes to be difficult. Now this. Remember, this is not going to be perfect. Are you remembering that? Put this on light as well, because if you put it on real wet, it's going to seep under that tape. So you just put it on, not dry, but kind of dry. But if you put it on wet, it's going to go right under there. And you know who wants that? Nobody. It'll make, it'll just be problematic is what I'm trying to tell you. Okay? Look at it. There. Not quite covered. It's almost covered. It looks like it is, but I can tell from different angles that it just needs a little more. Again, I'm putting it on lightly, not wetly. Wetly! Okay, there. Now, never mind the backside. Oh, look, fine. Okay, I'll do the backside. I'm not really going to do the backside, but let's just put some on there just to make people happy. There. You happy? Okay, boom. There it is. Get rid of that. Now what? No. Let's try, I don't know, let's go with this. What are we doing again? What are we doing? This side's too wet, so whenever I put this on here, it's going to get all funky looking. You know? Well, that's what happens when you rush through things. This is wet, way too wet. Way too wet-ski. Burst 30. Okay. What are we looking at? Ow! Now, as soaking wet as it is, get you. I don't have my tweezerizers, do I? I do. Where did they go? Where are my tweezerizers? Here, look. I found them. Beep, 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 beep. Get these. Okay, be careful now. Be careful. Okay, am I being careful? Oh, pull that off. That's one. Here's my weird piece I added. You can see, maybe you can, maybe you can't, that it's definitely imperfect with the masking situation. Right there. But this is what you get when you go 150 miles an hour. Oh, and then